thankfully, it seemed to be spared from everyone else hit.
Yeah, Cam called last night. Use the example of, it's like a backpack, right? As long as that thing stays on top, you can shake it up all you want. It doesn't matter. It's eventually going to stop. Check this out. This was wild. This was down in Pensacola Beach. This is from James Bates, a legendary meteorologist from Birmingham. This is from one of his viewers, Holly Cook. I'm going to step out of the way and just show you. Look at those guys. They're holding on to the doors because the winds are absolutely just ripping on this storm. We see this generally in what? Hurricanes, tropical storms, not something like this, but that'll give you an indication of just how nasty those storms were there last night. Not only that, but we were getting reports over towards Denison, Texas, of golf ball and baseball size hail that was blasting through people's windshields. Right now, that system's still going to get a tornado warning there up in the upcountry there in South Carolina. It actually delayed the Masters golf tournament for a couple of hours this afternoon. That's right about here, just to the southeast of Atlanta. Well, itself is right there towards St. Louis. Now, for us, back behind that, look at this. It's been a beautiful day most of the day today, but it has been warm. That northeast wind allowed those temperatures to get up into the mid-80s, upper 70s as you get your way on down towards the coast. And even now, we're still in the low 80s, upper 70s, mid-70s, looking on up towards College Station. So a very nice evening for us out there. We like to see those temperatures dip quickly as the air is dry, so we cool it down pretty fast as well into the low 60s and eventually 50s as we get going towards tomorrow morning. But if you like today, you're going to love tomorrow as well. We've got another picture perfect end to our weekend forecast. We'll talk about some much needed rain chances as well today.
Justin, thank you. Remember, you can track the weather anytime you want. All you have to do is download Frank's free forecast weather app. Just search KPRC in your app store.
We are following a developing story regarding the health of Congressman Dan Crenshaw. Yesterday, we told he had surgery to repair a detached retina. In a news release today, the congressman said he noticed some dark, blurry spots in his vision, so he went to an ophthalmologist and had surgery on Friday. President Crenshaw says the issue is likely due to damage from the injuries he received in Afghanistan, which led to the loss of his other eye. Because the procedure will be virtually blind until for several weeks, he will also have to be phased down for the next week or so as his eye continues to heal. Dr. Garvin Davis is an ophthalmologist with UT Health and Ward Department and didn't actually treat the congressman, but says Crenshaw did exactly what anyone should do to notice those symptoms.
One of the issues that we find is that patients don't recognize these symptoms, and so by the time they come, the worse. And if we can keep that back part of the eye, the macula, attached, and fix the detachment before that gets separated, then the outcomes are so much better.
Here's a list of those symptoms. They include blurry vision, floaters, a decrease in your visual field on flashes of light.
New at 6 tonight, a brazen burglar caught on camera trashing a home in Humble. That man breaking into the home just moments after the homeowner left. Our Rochelle Turner live from the neighborhood tonight with that homeowner's message to the thief. Rochelle.
Zion, the family simply wants to know why someone would break into their home and steal several valuables that don't belong to them. The thief you're about to see parked several blocks away from the house. He canvassed the area before kicking down the door, and this break-in just left the family traumatized and violated. Focus your attention on this man. On Thursday, surveillance video caught the crook sneaking around a home in Humble. He even looks at the camera. Then he goes to the back of the house, waving his hands before he makes his way back to the front of the home. Then this happened. He spends a few minutes inside grabbing cards, money, and watches. He places the items in one of the family's bags and takes off. This all happened in broad daylight, and now the family is shaken up.
Very violated. Very violated. Our privacy has been, for somebody to do that, it just, we work hard for the stuff that we have. We don't, we're good people. It's hard to think of the mind frames that somebody gets in that's, willing to come into your house and take what doesn't belong to them.
And that man drove away in a silver Nissan Altima. The family is offering a cash reward for any information leading to an arrest. All you got to do is give the Precinct 4 Constable's Office a call. We're going to have much more coming up tonight on this story at 10. For now, reporting live from Humble, I'm Rochelle Turner, KPRC 2 News.
Rochelle, thank you for that story. An elderly woman in critical condition at last check after her house caught fire. It happened this morning just after 1:30 in Harris County. Phoenix firefighters arrived and found smoke coming from the right side of that home. Crews worked to put the flames out, but when they entered, they found the woman unconscious towards the front of that home.
When they did their primary search, they did find one victim inside. She's an elderly female that had burns from her torso up to her head. They were able to get her out of the house and start CPR.
Cause of that fire remains under investigation.
KPRC2 is your vaccine central, and today Walmart teamed up with the National Indian Health Board and American Indian Center of Houston for a vaccination event targeted specifically for members of the Alaska Native and American Indian communities. 200 slots were reserved for members of this historically underserved population that is at greater risk should they contract COVID. This is the second weekend in a row for this event. This morning, Congressman Al Green distributed flags in honor of National Salute to Veteran Patients Week as vets received their shots at the Houston VA Medical Center. Tomorrow, the center will administer 1,000 vaccines to veterans, their spouses, and caregivers. The first 500 vets will also receive a flag flown over the U.S. Capitol, requested by Congressman Al Green. Non-appointment. You can track the very latest vaccine news on our website, click2houston.com/vaccine. Still ahead tonight, Paradise evacuated.
The latest from the Caribbean island that is dealing with multiple eruptions from a volcano.
Plus, honoring Prince Philip, how military leaders honored the former naval officer and husband of Queen Elizabeth next on KPRC2 News at 6. Shop Houston Valley Ghana Market Spring, April 16th to 18th at Energy Center. Details at lightgreenmarket.com.
You may not realize it, but clogged gutters do damage to the overhanging trim, the landscaping, the flower beds, even the foundation. That's where we come in here at Leaf Guard. Leaf Guard, the only seamless one-piece rainwater management system with a clog-free guarantee. Let us bring our factory employees right to your home and custom build the Leaf Guard system. It's a seamless system, none of those rusty spots. Leaf Guard has earned the Good Housekeeping seal 16 years in a row. If you're tired of climbing the ladder, cleaning the gutters, don't do that anymore. Give us a call right now to take advantage of home improvement days. In fact, we'll give you $500 cash for your old gutters. We'll even take them down and haul them away and install Leaf Guard. And if you call now, be sure to ask about zero interest for 18 months. And we have a nice gift for you if you call during this program. A $50 Visa gift card with your in-home estimate and free gutter inspection. Don't miss out on home improvement days only at Leaf Guard.
Go ahead. Share your smile. Share your memories. And don't forget to stop and share some joy. Grab the 2 double cheeseburgers and basket fries bundles for only $6. Or try one of our other fries bundles. Whatever you choose, at McDonald's, there's always plenty of joy to go around.
The 201 horsepower turbocharged E-Forte GT. Found no reason to pull those babies out of the glove compartment. You're watching KPRC2, Houston's home for news.
Gun salutes across the UK marking the death of Britain's Prince Philip. Today's military leaders honor the former naval officer and husband of Queen Elizabeth II. Batteries of cannons in London and Cardiff to Belfast never cities fired 41 rounds in 1-minute intervals beginning midday. Prince Philip died Friday at the age of 99, just 2 months away from his 100th birthday. His funeral is set for next Saturday at Windsor Castle. Prince Harry will attend. His wife, the Duchess of Sussex, is not allowed to travel due to pregnancy.
Some minor damage reported this evening after a 6.0 magnitude quake struck Indonesia. That quake hit east of Java, according to the U.S. Geological Survey. The preliminary depth was around 51 miles. The USGS pager system issued a green alert for that quake that predicts little or no regional economic impact. While volcanic eruptions sparking mandatory evacuations.
Still to come, we'll look at the latest activity on the Caribbean island and the damage left behind by the recent eruptions.
And a live look out of the Galleria area on this Saturday evening. Blue skies out there today. Justin's up next with more on how long this nice weather will stick around.
Violent crime is up in Houston. How did we get here? Get ready for 500 murders. KPRC2 investigates the rise in crime under former Chief Art Acevedo and what Chief Vitter is doing
Doctors is a huge variety of knockout ribs at Houston Garden Centers with better plates for less. Life's full of little accidents, and the Hyundai Tucson helps make sure they stay little by alerting you if you drift out of your lane and even gently correcting your steering. Because unlike your favorite shirt, you are irreplaceable. Hyundai, the longer you look, the more they're slag.
Get 0% APR plus 0 payments for 90 days on the 2021 Tucson or Kona, or get up to $3,500 in savings. Visit myhyundai.com.
Did you know that 178 million Americans are missing at least one tooth? It's true. That's why at Affordable Dentures and Implants, we only focus on tooth replacement solutions.
Whether it's a single tooth, full dentures, or dental implants, we have an experienced dentist who can create a new smile just for you.
At a price that's affordable.
Because at Affordable Dentures and Implants, we want you to go ahead and smile.
Because of this, we built the most powerful Ford Explorer ever with 400 horsepower. Because of this, we built Ford Expedition with best-in-class tone and plenty of room for crew and cargo. Because of this, we built Escape with Ford Copilot 360. And because Ford SUVs are built for this, you make Ford America's best-selling brand.
Shrubs add the perfect finish to your landscaping. We have the largest selection of shrubs in Texas. We have boxwood, hawthorn, wax ligustrum, pittosporum, bottlebrush, thirtinia, and lots more. All at Houston Garden Centers with better plates for less.
I'm Cam Marshall. This week on Houston Newsmakers, Voter Integrity Wins Suppression. National conversation focused on Texas. The fight for mail fraud reform gets high gear. And what did we learn from Hurricane Harvey? Can it happen again? Something more protective.
An explosive second and third eruption rocked Masufra volcano on the eastern Caribbean island St. Vincent yesterday. This after a first eruption prompted mandatory evacuation orders from local government.
Authorities on site estimating the second eruption's ash column rose to nearly 15,000 feet, more than double the size of the first eruption just hours before. Since the eruption's ash is headed east in the Atlantic Ocean.
So scary, terrifying, but also incredible to say.
Yeah, well, you know, just think and say, oh, it's not so islands in the Caribbean. You're like, oh, no, they're still volcanic islands, right? Like, there's a reason why it's still building, because it's an active volcano. Not only that, but a lot of times folks think, they say, well, why is it disrupting all the air travel? The silicate, which is what most of the cloud is a lot bigger than just that water vapor. It get into the engines, and yeah, it clogs up the planes. That's why you keep flying through it. Pretty amazing stuff, that's for sure. Pretty quiet day for us here as well. A little breezy out there. If you can be flying in or flying out, that's been the case today. But boy, it was warm. Look at this, that northeast wind. Drying out, you can heat up like that. 86 north of the airport, 82. Even in Galveston with a northeast wind, and then offshore near down the coast. That's the case right now. We're pretty good here at KPRC2 or 82. We've got 77 in Galveston, southeast wind, everything else. And northeast. Look at all the folks out enjoying the beach. Great beach day as well. I got caught in some of this traffic earlier today on the Gulf Freeway, but gorgeous day out there on the beach. It's also be just as good as well. So if you don't get out there today, we're going to think incredible tomorrow. You got no problems. As we mentioned, dew points are slowly dropping, 77 degrees, still in the 60s. It's okay though. Most of what we've got up there, 80s, upper 70s, mid 70s, as we're a little closer to the Brazos Valley there. Of course, that wind will start to settle down tonight. I expect the wind to likely be fairly wet. It's going to be a very nice evening. In fact, it's a good patio for the evening as well. Dew points yesterday, last evening we were talking at 6 o'clock. These were all in the upper 60s and low 70s. Look at that, they're in the 30s and 40s. And that means that our humidity levels are all at about 20 to 30%. So that means we will cool that air down very quickly as we get towards tonight. High pressure's been settling in nicely now. We still have some action from that front way off to the east. Really wound up too. Look at this, right near St. Louis. There's the center of it. It's over here near Wichita last night, so it's there now. It's not the same threat of severe weather that we received last night with that baseball-sized hail across portions of Mississippi and Alabama. But still, it's kind of a pretty good punch, and we're likely to do so across this coast for the rest of the night tonight. Now, futurecast-wise through this evening, we'll keep it into the upper 60s and low 70s. Clear skies as well. As I mentioned, the winds will die down, so should be a nice start. Nice cool start as well. We're going to think even some upper to mid-40s sprinkled out there as well. So good running weather in the morning, and then as you get into the afternoon, we'll be back up into into the mid 80s. Now, those winds take a little bit of a switch to it, so we go on the southeast component tomorrow, and that means that the clouds will be back. Not tomorrow, but mainly on Monday. I have this front that will get here and go, oh, okay, well, that will come through too. No, that just stalls. It basically sits right across the I-10 corridor, or I-20. Either way, it's not moving much, so it's going to basically just kind of hang on top of us for about 4 to 5 days. So even though we're tapping some slightly cooler air, it's not really clear that Gulf moisture is being drawn in either. So that means we've got a chance for some showers all the way in through next Thursday, Friday, even into Saturday, as the second system will swing on through. That will eventually clear things out, but it's going to take most of the week for that to happen. Now, the good news with this is we need the rain. The drought monitor continues to creep eastward, so if you don't get it Tuesday, you get a chance on Wednesday, if not, maybe the next couple of days after that. But be ready, that it is going to be a bit of a lucky week out there as well. And then eventually, by Sunday, as we go towards the following week, we'll clear things out. And the good news is, guys, we're on the 2-week outlook from the Climate Prediction Center. Looks like we've got a nice bullseye of some cooler air. That may be our last cool shot we get. So last time I checked my watch, we're getting deep in April.
Oh, yes. We're going to hold on to that too.
That's right. I know that's what we get. That's right. All right. Thank you, Justin.
Vanessa and down the look ahead to sports.
Yeah, the Astros finishing their homestand against the A's. We'll update you on that. Plus, some creativity with distributing vaccines. Yes, it involves baseball. All coming up in sports.
You got all these players in your viewer.
Here, that's clear for us.
So you.
Your view is at Brooklyn. Where do I plug in?
Wireless.
That's so you. Thanks. Careful, it's kind of busy.
So my superpowers.
And the Hartford.
At the Hartford Bakery Buick SUV is you. Get this low mileage lease on this 2021 Buick Encore GX for around $189 per month. Or get $2,700 in purchase allowance. Remember, we're so proud of our product here at LeafGuard. We put our name on the end of every gutter system we install. There's only one LeafGuard. Call in now to take advantage of home improvement days, and we'll give you $500 cash for your old gutters delivered. Take them down, haul them away, and install LeafGuard. Zero interest financing for 18 months, and if you call right now, a $50 Visa gift card with your in-home estimate and free gutter inspection. Don't miss out on home improvement days only from LeafGuard. This isn't our first one. And sure, some renovations may require a bit of compromise, but there's no settling here. At Floor & Decor, she gets to fulfill her vision while I get in-stock products at budget-friendly prices, all in one trip. Plus, we get the installation materials we need to get it done right and right on time. It's a win-win. Now that's shopping like a pro.
Explore Floor & Decor in person or online at flooranddecor.com.
Is inspired by our races. Race it for a great deal. The redesigned Honda Accord. Own it at the Honda Dream Garage Square.
Welcome into sports. Astros fans are thrilled to be back at the ballpark. Tonight was the third straight sellout at Minute Maid Park, capped, of course, at 50%. The Astros got off to a hot 6-1 start last night before their loss to Oakland, trying to finish up a homestand strong, though. Urquidy pitching, top of the fifth, takes up 2-0. Ramon Laureano sends one to the train tracks, 4-0 lead for Oakland. To the seventh, Astros down 6-1. Jose Altuve drives one to center field. Astros definitely need some rest, down 7-3 in the ninth. And a former Astros fan favorite had a huge day, still making headlines. The San Diego Padres finally got a no-hitter thanks to Joe Musgrove. He threw the first no-hitter in Padres team history. Musgrove also threw the first no-hitter of the season.
He faced 28 batters, throwing 112 pitches and striking out 10. The Rockets' tough season continues tonight on the West Coast as they face the Golden State Warriors. Houston with a 14-38 record heading into tonight's game. 4 of the next 6 Rockets games are on the road. They lost last night to the Clippers, 126-109. Tip-off against the Warriors is at 9 p.m. Houston time. It's all about the big men this week at C.E. King High School. A couple dozen NFL nose tackles convened in Houston to work out and go over their games with local trainer Randy Jordan. Jordan believes the big guys in the middle are the most underappreciated football players.
It's the true trenches, man. The rolling tackle, man. Our most underappreciated position on the field. The game starts and finishes with them. They can't stop the run, guys. So keep running on them. Then once they set the edge, they can hold the point. I was able to create other things, but this is the true most underappreciated position on the field. Nobody understands what's happening to D-Line except me. I'm in D-Line. So this is right here. This is true brotherhood right here.
All right, all good things must come to an end. The U.S. women's national team friendly soccer match versus Team Sweden. To the end of the team's 16th game of winning streak in international play. Sweden got on the board early, had a corner kick header. The U.S. answered and tied the game in the 87th minute thanks to Megan Rapinoe's penalty kick. The game ended in a 1-1 draw to snap the U.S. team's 16-game winning streak. The draw did help the U.S. extend its unbeaten streak to 38 games. In the last preseason match happening today for the Houston Dynamo hosting FC Dallas. FC Dallas up 1-0. Nice pass from Andre Riccarde splits 4 defenders to find Ryan Hollingshead. FC Dallas wins this one 3-0. And more than just baseball happening in Lubbock at Texas Tech on Friday night. A pop-up COVID-19 vaccine clinic made doses available to fans in the stands. The city of Lubbock hosted a free pop-up clinic at Dan Law Field. All Red Raider baseball fans 18 and older were eligible for a vaccine shot. A single dose of the one-shot Johnson & Johnson vaccine. The clinic started before the game and ran through the 3rd inning. Love it. So some creativity with distributing vaccines.
Yeah, it's not corn vaccine.
Yes.
Yeah.
Kind of the same, right?
That's one way to get it done. All right, thanks a lot, guys.
We'll be right back.
After the break, we'll check the book out.
The light session is about giving back to the communities where we live and work. And we're honored to be partners with NPRC Students and Houston Habitat for Humanity for this Olympic year.
The 8th annual KPRC Habitat Month, presented by our partners at Belonging. With the most standard horsepower, tech, and safety features in its class, the 2021 Nissan Titan, featuring automatic emergency braking with pedestrian detection, helps look out for you. No matter where you are. This is the 2021 Nissan Titan. This is tech for doing. Get 0% financing for up to 84 months on 14 models, or save up to $12.87 on Titan.
There's only one leaf guard, and here's why. We attach a leaf guard to your home with our patented brackets every 24 inches with screws, not nails. So your leaf guard gutter system will support up to 250 pounds. So that's why we say it's not coming down. Remember, we can bring our factory wheels right to your house and custom build a leaf guard system. We can install it in most cases in less than a day. And be sure to ask about our fascia wrap, which provides an extra layer of protection against water damage with a secure foundation to attach leaf guard.